Shreveport is witnessing a new birth in politics. A bipartisan grassroots movement is underway. This movement looks like our city. It includes blacks, whites, Latinos, and Asians, blue-collar, white-collar workers, college students, and retirees. Historically, we are groups that don't mix, but in the service of our community, we stand together. We believe that Shreveport is stronger when we work together. And from this belief, we take our creed, the simple idea that binds us together. That creed is, the table is big enough for all of us. When it comes to Shreveport's success, division is a luxury that we do not have. Everyone must have a seat at the table, not because it is fashionable, but because each seat provides a unique perspective, a particular take on what it means to live, to love, and to struggle in Shreveport. Everyone needs a seat at the table because we, as a community, need to know what it's like for single mothers who struggle to put food on the table. We, as a community, needs to know what it's like for struggling entrepreneurs. And we, as a community, need to know the fear that grips residents of crime-riddled neighborhoods. We need to hear these stories because in a democracy, we are the responsible party. We rise and fall together. That's why I carry LaPetra Bell's message with me everywhere that I go. She said, "You're the only candidate that came to my neighborhood and walked down one of the most dangerous streets of my neighborhood. It meant a lot to see you walk down that street, and for that reason alone, you are my mayor." I'm proud to be Miss LaPetra Bell mayor. I'm proud to be Mrs. LaPetra Bell's mayor, and I'm going to keep walking our streets. Her street is my street. All these streets intersect. Whether you live on MLK or Ellerby Road, our fates intersect. We are all Shreveporters. This intersection is manifest in our Transitions Advisory Board and their related committees. Both are cross-sections of our community. Their expertise and viewpoint diversity enables them to translate our vision for Shreveport, the Shreveport for which you voted, into policies that address the hopes and concerns of all of our citizens. Our campaign platform stressed 3 key issues: reducing crime, generating mixed income growth, and using technology to help accomplish both. Now it is time to put that platform to work. This is no overnight matter. It will not be accomplished in the first 100 days, and it may not be accomplished in the first year or two. That said, no parent should lie awake at night fearing for the safety of their children. Securing this most basic right, the right to feel safe in one's own home, cannot wait. I have spoken with Acting Police Chief Ben Raymond, and starting now, we are increasing the number of patrol officers during high crime hours. But it's about more than presence. We have to tie our police officers more closely with the communities that they serve. Patrolmen won't be sitting in cars waiting to react. They'll be more proactive out in the neighborhood, forming bonds with the people that they serve. In time, these bonds will become lines of communication. When there is communication between law enforcement and the citizens, there are fewer unsolved crimes, fewer dangerous criminals walking our streets, and fewer sleepless nights for all of us. While policing is important, we must do more. Crime grows out of poverty, and it thrives in resource-deprived neighborhoods. For this reason, I want to establish a 6th opportunity zone in Queensboro and Caddo Heights. using tax incentives to erect a medical corridor that stretches between LSU Osner to Willis-Knighton North. This would improve the health care in Shreveport and infuse opportunity into resource-deprived areas. That is the answer. Upward mobility, more equitable growth, that's the long-term solution to our recurrent crime. But it's also the antidote to a shrinking economy. Equitable growth means more capital, more customers, and more prosperity for us all. My administration will aggressively pursue economic development. This starts with supporting local businesses. City government can't make a venture successful, but we can remove the red tape that overburdens local entrepreneurs. Throughout the campaign, I heard horror stories about the hoops hard-working men and women had to jump through when working with our Metropolitan Planning Commission. And I assure you, I'll be working with Director Clark to modernize and streamline that process. It's hard enough for small businesses. It's hard enough for small businesses to turn a profit. Government shouldn't make it harder. It should make it easier. To this end, we are launching a website in March, My Government Online. This site will serve as an online destination for permits, eliminating the hassles that have for too long strangled economic growth in our city. The ingenuity of our citizens is one of Shreveport's greatest resources. When the ingenuity is unleashed, empty lots and vacant storefronts become fulfilled dreams and good-paying jobs. We need to capitalize on our city's resources so existing industry can expand and make investment that invite new employment opportunities to our area. Therefore, I am calling on the City Council to greenlight the application for an international airport designation, opening our runways to more freight carriers. This designation, along with I-20 and I-49 intersection and our riverport, would make Shreveport a prime location for companies looking for a distribution hub. Not to mention the increasing number of available flights and lowering ticket prices for all of Shreveporters. My administration is not going to sit back and wait for jobs to fall into our lap. We are going to go out and get them. I will aggressively market our city to companies looking to expand, like the technology and automobile industries that are paying livable wages. However, to successfully market our city, we have to invest in our infrastructure. We can't compete with other cities when we don't compare to other cities. And in the digital age, cities that embrace technology wins jobs. For this reason, I am appointing Shreveport's first Chief Technology Officer. This officer will pursue grants for smart city initiatives, advise on the implementation of technology, support our local tech sector, and work to form public-private partnerships that will make universal broadband a reality. This broadband network not only makes us more attractive to businesses, but it would also bring affordable and high-speed internet access to all of Shreveporters. Moreover, hiring a CTO sends a strong message to the tech sector that Shreveport is open for business. Technology is not just a buzzword that is thrown around. It is also a tool that can solve our city's most persistent problems and save taxpayer dollars. For example, we are going to employ smart tech to solve our water billing issues. Meter readers will soon start using a system that pings the location of the reading and requires a picture of the dial to close out on that account. The data is instantly uploaded to the cloud. That data will be instantly uploaded to the cloud, allowing auditors to review it in real time, so if there's anything suspicious, they can make an immediate request to go back to that meter. Downtown revitalization was another concern raised constantly on the campaign trail, primarily by millennials. And I'm guilty of this as well. Cities do not grow without a vibrant downtown. We have to offer more than just our casinos to attract tourists and local people to our city center. That's why we included an entertainment committee on our transition teams. This committee will identify actionable steps we can take to make downtown more sociable and our city more leisurely. Downtown Shreveport will host community events like spring and summer movie nights, and we will use our pulpit to spread the word. This will foster a more festive, community-oriented atmosphere, and in the process bring customers to downtown businesses. My administration will work alongside SPAR and Community Green and Shreveport Green to ornament the vast stretches of uninviting concrete downtown, adding shrubbery and colorful, sustainable landscaping to create attractive streetscapes in a more pedestrian-friendly environment. Shreveport's riverfront is prime real estate. We will work with developers to responsibly cultivate this untapped local treasure. Of course, people cannot enjoy themselves unless they feel safe. Shreveporters shouldn't be forced to choose between socializing and security. They should be able to meet a friend for a drink or grab a bite to eat without fearing for their safety. So we are multiplying the police's presence in downtown Shreveport. And downtown is not the only part of our town requiring our attention. Shreveport is littered with blight. I am immediately appointing a director for property standards. A position that has been left vacant for almost 2 years. This office will enforce the city's code and work with the redevelopers to promote an equitable renovation throughout our community. There will also be coordination between water and sewage, utility companies, and street repair crews, saving taxpayers both time and money. Better coordination means your daily commute isn't routinely interrupted and that the integrity of our roads isn't unnecessarily compromised. The task before us is enormous. And there is no magic wand. There is only work. Work is the engine of progress. But Shreveporters aren't afraid to roll up their sleeves. This city was born of hard work, trial, tribulation, and triumph. That is our origin story. This city was a desolate outpost until Captain Henry Miller Shreve cleared the 180-mile logjam known as the Great Raft, opening the river shipping lanes and our ports for business. Economic inequality, crime, and outdated infrastructure is our 180-mile logjam. They are our immediate impediments to our progress. Over the next 4 years, our administration will work tirelessly to remove every log one by one. But we need your help. Shreveport is more than a city, it is our home. We have to be better stewards. People are quick to say, I love Shreveport, but we have to remember love is an action. We cannot love Shreveport while throwing trash out of the window. We cannot love Shreveport and look away as crime robs her of her promise. We cannot love Shreveport and not love all of her people. We are Shreveport, and Shreveport is what we make of it. And we can make our world-class city the shining jewel of the architects, but only by lifting each other up, not tearing each other down. We are teammates, not competitors, and remember, there's room for all of us at the table. So pull up a seat, let's get started. Together we will forge a new vision. Today, we take our first steps into the future of Shreveport. Thank you.